Just tell me when you're ready to go.
We're doing it now.
Huh?
We're doing it now.
Whenever you start talking, I'm gonna hit it.
All right, today we're going to be going over the SCBA and donning it, going over the features of it. My name is Robert Osborne. I'm with the National Fire Department. Been with the National Fire Department for 5 years and currently right now on Engine 5. The topic introduction here was we're going to go over the SCBA. We're going to go over the features of it and what we currently use here in Nashville. We're going to go over the limitations of the SCBA, and then finally we're going to practice donning it over the shoulder method, over the head, onto the shoulders. The objectives of this class is we're going to understand the SCBA and all the features. Could possibly save your life one day, and you need to know this when everything about it for you and your partners. When we go to don the SCBA over the head method, it's a quick way to put it on, but it's also a preference whether you want it or not want it, but it's an easy way to put it on and could be beneficial.
Is that the preferred method that most firefighters use currently?
Most of them are mounted in the engine, and you're going to put it on in the engine on your way to a fire call. So most of the time you're just putting the shoulder straps while you're riding on en route. The references that I've used here to go over this is going to be the Fire and Emergency Services Instructor book, the 8th edition, and the G1 SCBA manual. So the overview. The self-contained breathing apparatus, or the SCBA, are manufactured for firefighting applications, are certified to safety and health standards worldwide. Regulatory requirements and voluntary standards that are used in many nations based on approvals fall into two major groups, North America and European. Today we're going to be focused on the North American. The North American, the SCBA designed for firefighters, are certified by the National Institute of Occupational Safety and Health, or NIOSH. In addition to NIOSH certification, manufacturers may seek voluntary compliance from the National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA, and the international non-profit advocate that seeks to minimize fire risk and safety. Pretty much everything that we have is going to be regulated through the NFPA for safety. They're not going to put us in any gear that's not meet their requirements, pretty much to keep us safe. Right now, the National Fire Department uses the G1 SCBA from MSA. This is this apparatus. This is this piece of equipment right here. We're going to go into later showing some of the limitations of it and how to put this on using the over-the-head method. Some of the features of the G1, the face piece on it, which is here, is lightweight and it's pretty compact. We're going to go over putting this on here in just a little while. It's got a control module that provides the dual color LCD and analog displays inside the face mask. It's designed for improved visibility through the buddy lights and reflective material that's on the pack. Pretty much if you're going into a dark place, they're designed to reflect so you don't lose contact with who you're going in with. They're made with a heads-up LCD inside the face mask to show you how much air you have, and those lights are designed to go down when you start running out of air or the compressed air.
Are them lights different colored?
Yes,
you know when
they're white, and when they go down, it'll be into the red.
Yeah.
The heads-up display shows remaining cylinder pressure in 4 increments. They're all colored in the LEDs. Electronic communications are integrated into every unit. The G1 SCBA ergonomics, central power system, and all the electronics. All these are powered with a battery. They all have a microphone on them. So you're not going around here and you're not holding them up to the old models. You had to hold the microphone up to your SCBA and talk. Now the microphone is all into the vest. They're available in easy, ungradable threaded and quick connect cylinder attachments. they're built to last. They're sturdy, they're durable, and you can beat them up pretty good and they withstand the time. Some of the limitations of the SCBA in general. We're not specifically talking about the G1 here, but in general, all SCBAs. The duration of work using the SCBA is limited by the capacity of the cylinder. The cylinder on this one, on the G1, is lasts 45 minutes long. If you're out working, if you're in a fire, you'd be good to last 30, but they are designed to hold 45 minutes. Typically, if you're holding a pack on and you're sitting around just not doing any work, you can last 45 minutes. The SCBA for structural firefighting must carry enough air for a minimum of 30 minutes. During ratings are based on ideal laboratory conditions. Generally, an SCBA weighs about 25 pounds. This one weighs a lot more. The size of the unit makes it difficult to fit into small spaces. Now, if you're going in to a house fire and you're going to have this pack on, if you get caught in any kind of wires, or if you need to breach a wall or any of this, you're liable to get caught up. So it's important to understand your pack and how you can maneuver it to get in and out of tight spaces. The added weight and bulk decreases the flexibility and the mobility. Again, it's what we've talked about. When you add any kind of weight to your system, you're going to work a little bit harder, you're going to breathe a little bit harder, and that's going to be a limitation of this. The facepiece can have limited visibility. It's going to cut off your peripheral vision on each side of it. Pretty much what you're going to be seeing is pretty much out the front. When you start talking to people, you're going to have to face them. The facepiece has a tendency to fog up under some conditions. The easiest way, if you're not in any kind of fire conditions, you can always crack the seal and get some fresh air in it, and it will clear the fog out. But they also have a tendency to, if you're to overuse, they will get real nasty and get some soot on the facepiece of them.
You recommend cleaning those?
They're recommended to clean pretty much after every fire. If they get to the point where they can't be cleaned, you need to replace it. The SCBA is an effective way to communicate with your partners. A limitation of the SCBA is that when you're breathing in them, they become rather noisy. So you find yourself talking loudly because you've got your air connected into it, and you're breathing, you can hear yourself breathe. They're only used for temperatures above the temperature listed on the approval label. All these have the approval label on this, and you're not supposed to take them in any conditions that is above the temperature. Approved only when the compressed air reservoir is fully charged with air meeting the requirements of the compressed gas associated specification G7-1 Type 1 Grade D air or equivalent specifications. The air container on all these shall meet the DOT specifications under adequate skin protection when worn in gases, vapors, poisoned by skin absorption. So when you wear these, you're going to have everything covered up. You don't want any skin accessible. So once you don your unit and you got your mask on and you got your Nomax on, you want every piece, because any skin protection, anything that's not protected is going to get harmed. Refer to the approval label and the instruction maintenance manuals and additional information used in maintenance of these respirators. In making renewals and repairs, parts identical to those furnished by the manufacturer under the patent approval shall be mandated. Pretty much you're not going to use anything but the MSA to repair the G1. You're not going to go to any other outside source to get another air pack, to get another battery, to get another regulator. You're going to use them. These parts are made for these units. You're not going to get anything else. The respirator needs to be selected, filtered, used, maintained in accordance with the Mine Safety and Health Administration and other applicable regulations. These packs get inspected every day. Here we have 3 different shifts. Pretty much when you come in, you're to test the pack, make sure the battery is fully charged. You're going to connect the regulator into your face mask, make sure you have the right amount of air in your pack. If compressed oxygen or liquid oxygen is used, approved Approved for the use only when the cylinder or the container is charged compressed oxygen or liquid oxygen meeting the USP specifications. If enriched air is used, approved for use only when the cylinder or container is charged with compressed gas, meeting the requirements listed in the Federal Register, Volume 20, Number 222, November 18th, 1985. Oxygen in the face piece shall not exceed 30% by volume under the normal temperatures and pressure regulations. Pretty much this is everything that is coming in here meets the specifications set to us by the NFPA to meet the requirements that we use for structural firefighting. If liquefied breathing air is used, must meet both Type 1 gaseous air and Type 2 liquefied air specifications. The oxygen container shall meet applicable DOT specifications. Anybody just can't put these units on and start and become experts on them. Training is involved, and proper care, maintaining the cleanliness of it, the maintenance, training, and for the apparatus specifically designed in the manufacturer's instructions and maintenance materials. You have special chemicals that you can use to clean and wash these things. Some of the chemicals that will degrade them and wear out the life of the use. Going back to your question earlier, after each use of each apparatus, a fully charged breathing gas container and a recharge of carbon dioxide scrubber shall be installed. Thorough cleaning and disinfecting the face piece, breathing tube, and breathing bag must be done in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. Again, in this book right here, that is pretty much the G1 SCBA manual, it's going to give you specific instructions on how to maintain this. You're going to get proper cleaning instructions, which chemicals to use, how you should be washing and spraying off your SCBA tank, the proper materials to clean the straps, all the way from what you should do with the cylinder that holds the air.
EMS District 1, Medic 5, Fast 9. 318.
Alright, now we're going to go over the skill of donning the SCBA using the over-the-head method. Again, this is a method that's going to be used outside the fire engine. All these are mounted inside the engine or the trucks. And when you go into a fire call, pretty much what you're going to do is you're going to have on your PPE, and you're going to go in, and these are going to be on your straps, and you're going to hook them in, and you're going to latch them down as you go. Using this method right here, we're going to open the case and lay out the SCBA with the cylinder valve away from the shoulder straps and to the side. I've got it set, if you're going to look at it, it's going to be sitting pretty much like this, and we're going to put it on the ground. We're going to lay it out, we're going to hold the straps out accordingly. Only open the main cylinder valve on the bottom, cut the air on, reach down here. Showing to cut it on is going to be right here. You're going to go in and you're going to make sure that it's fully on while it's still laying on the ground. Third step is you're going to bend down and you're going to grasp the back plate with both hands. Lift the SCBA over your head and rotate the SCBA. Laying face down like this, and got the back plates. Again, the back plates are shown right here on the SCBA. You know, make sure your straps are down accordingly. You're going to grab the back plates. You're going to lift over, come down, let it slide. Grab the straps, tighten it up the shoulder straps here. As you can see in step 4, it says slide the SCBA down your back while your arms slide into the shoulder straps. You tighten the straps. It has 2 straps right here. You're going to tighten them here. You got a waist strap. Waist strap here, tightens here, tightens here. Going back again. This is how you're going to loosen them. You grab the strap right here with the buckle. Grab this strap with the buckle. Tighten it here. You also have a breast buckle that you can go right here and lay it up across the top. Your buckles for your waist. Here. Tighten it up there. Your regulator's here. You loosen them up. There, unbuckle, unbuckle. Pull the buckles out here, it lets back out. Now, I'll show that one more time. Going back to the first step. Going to open the case and lay the SCBA out with the cylinder valve away from the shoulder straps. Fully cut the air on. Bend down. Bend down, grab the back plates, lift over, put it over your shoulders, let it slide down. Grab your shoulder straps here where the buckles are, bend over, cinch down. You got your breast strap here, waist strap here. Tighten accordingly. Once you have this on, which we've met all the way through step 4 here, you're going to turn around, you're going to remove your helmet, pull the hood back, don the face piece, replace your hood and helmet and protective hood. After you've already got your gear on, this is already on. This is your NOMAX. You're going to have it on here. Going to have it on like so. You're going to take your G1 face piece, take it on your chin. You're going to pull back, grab the head straps, pull, chin straps, pull, NOMAX, covering the head, make sure no skin is exposed, covering everything there. Your hair is already on and regulated, regulator here, attaches here. And that's how you're gonna if necessary, connect the regulator to the face piece like we did there, activate the airflow and the patch device. Patch device is shown right here. You can activate it by pressing in the button. You go back and you take it off the exact same way. You're going to go off in the reverse fashion. You're going to take off your face piece. Take off your NOMAX. Unstrap. And remove. Again, this right here is showing an introduction form. We're going to go back through here and we're going to go through this almost in real time. That way the practice on it, and you, if this is a method that you prefer, then you become an expert on it. So you're going to have your NOMAX on. You're going to grab, you're going to go over, strap, strap, buckle, in, NOMAX on, helmet on, strap under the chin strap under the straps here, buckle there. Once you're ready to go, air goes in here. Now, as you can see, the more practice you do, the better you're gonna become at it. And for conclusion of this right here, we're gonna actually take a written test over some of the material that we've provided here about the SCBA unit in general, not specifically the G1, but over the SCBA, the limitations that we have. And we're gonna actually, we're gonna practice on donning the SCBA using the over-the-head method. And that's gonna conclude the lecture.